Hi guys, this is Miss Paul, ELA for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, coming at you live from my bedroom. So I have a few awards that I need to give out for the second trimester. Um, I know this is kind of a different format for everyone, but it's really important that these students get honored and recognized for the hard work that they put in. That hard work does not disappear just because we are in a different format. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Character Counts Awards. And I'm going to go first with responsibility. So this student has consistently been extremely responsible in all of the years that I've known him now, 7th and 8th grade. And it was really a toss-up between giving him an award for responsibility or respect. So I had to pick one or the other, though. But he really could have gotten an award for either one. Very responsible, though. If he's sick, he comes to me, wants to know if he's missed any assignments. Just overall, an excellent student, and he was an absolute pleasure to have in class. So the winner for responsibility is Adrian Alcantar. 8th grade, obviously. Next one, I have another 8th grader. This student has been extremely respectful. Again, from 7th grade and 8th grade since I've known him. Very polite, but he has a great sense of humor, and he is just awesome to have in class. But what's awesome about him, too, is he knows when to mess around and have a good time and when to stop and get serious and be respectful and get to work. So that's really important. It's an important skill to know, especially as you get older. There's a time for play and a time for work. So he has already kind of figured that out, which is excellent. So the award for respect goes to Robert Seelitz. And my next award is going to a 6th grader for trustworthiness. She has been very trustworthy this entire school year, to class on time. If I need her to do anything for me, she does it, and I can count on her to get it done timely and and just take care of it. So she's really awesome. I look forward to having her 7th and 8th grade. I think it's going to be really great, and I look forward to seeing more of her next year. So for the award for trustworthiness goes to Elena Heine. Next one, another 6th grader. This award is for caring. So this student is, I think everyone can agree on, very, very caring, very sweet, and just, very mindful of how she interacts with other students, and never does anything to upset anyone. And she's just very, very caring. And that's so important, especially these days where we have issues with bullying in schools and that sort of thing. She is the example that I would want any student to look at as far as how to treat others. So the award for caring goes to, you guys see my dog back here? Esmeralda Velasco. I have a little surprise guest. I would call him, but he's deaf. He's really old. Next one is a 7th grader. And she is getting an award for citizenship. This student, kind of with the same thing with Adrian, she could have gotten an award for several things. So it was kind of a toss-up. I knew I wanted to give her an award, but I wasn't really sure for which one because she really could have fit into several categories. Ultimately, I chose citizenship because I feel that citizenship is kind of like all around. She's responsible, she's respectful. Academically, she does excellent, and she cares about keeping up her grades, which is very important. Athletic, so she's very involved, which is awesome, and I hope that she continues that next year as well. So for citizenship goes to Valeria Andrade. Next one is another 7th grader, and this is for responsibility. This student is very responsible. Assignments are turned in. If she has questions, she always asks. She is not afraid to speak up. Okay. So sometimes I'm like, hey, let's maybe not speak so much. But she's awesome. She's so outspoken, and she's such an extrovert. And for those of you who don't know what extrovert means, it means she loves other people. She loves to talk, and she loves to socialize, and she's excellent at it. And I think she's going to do very well in whatever avenue she chooses when she gets older. But despite being so social, she's still very responsible with her work and with her academics. So she has a nice balance. So for responsibility, it goes to seventh grader Juliana, and I hope I'm saying your last name right, Paradis. We'll see. Juliana. Okay. Last one is another one for respect. Going to an eighth grader. Oh, there's my dog. He is very respectful to me, and he's been awesome to have in class. I'm going to miss him next year. We have great conversations about music, and he knows a lot of music that I wouldn't expect someone his age to know about. Very talented young man, but he's always very respectful to me, and he kind of knows when, okay, it's time to buckle down and get to work now. So this award goes to Michael King. My most improved student, this one I kind of struggled with because I had a couple of students that I felt deserved this, but ultimately I decided to go with an eighth grader. And he has improved so much in the second trimester. I mean, he really brought his grade way up. And he did such an awesome job the second trimester, really awesome with his writing. I was really impressed. He just did an amazing. So I really hope he keeps that up going into next year in high school. I think if he continues with that kind of motivation, he's going to do awesome. So most improved goes to Jesse Martinez. And I'm going to Good job, Jesse. Okay, so my student of the month for March, this student, he was really close for most improved student because he also brought his grade way up between first trimester and second trimester. So I did want to recognize him because he really seemed to buckle down second trimester, and he was getting his work done, and he was participating more in class. So I wanted to recognize that. I hope he keeps that up. Next year, when we're back in the classroom, my March student goes to a sixth grader, Oscar Meza Bustamante. So good job, Oscar. Everybody, awesome job. Everyone who got an award, you guys deserved it. You worked hard for it. I'm sorry that I can't give it to you in person, but this is the next best thing. And feel good about yourself. Feel good about yourself because you did awesome and you earned this, okay? Really quickly, I'm supposed to recognize distance learning superstars. So there's been quite a few of you who have actually done an awesome job with the online learning and attending my Zoom meetings. I tried to pick people who have been consistent with all of my Zoom meetings so far and who've been emailing me questions and turning in their assignments and all that kind of stuff. I know there's probably a few of you that I did not list on here. I wasn't really sure if I had like a limit. So either I put way too many in here or not enough. But I just wanted to take a minute to recognize some students. Distance learning, let's see. I have Chloe Treadway, Jesus Moreno, Sofia Ceballos, Kayla Salazar, Oscar Alcantar, Marco Valleda Ramos, Valeria Andrade, Tegan Jensen, Natalie Sanchez Reese, Denise Gomez Sanchez, Jezebel Quesada, and Valeria Avalos, and Julia Rodriguez. So you guys have been doing an awesome job with making sure you're coming to the Zoom meetings and making sure your assignments are turned in. Some of you have been turning them in early ahead of schedule. So great job. I know this is really tough having to do everything online. And you guys weren't prepared for this at all. You literally went from in the classroom to the next day being told, guess what? We're going to do all of this online now and or on paper packets from your house. So kudos to everyone, all of my students who have made that transition. It is not easy. I've done online classes before for a few years now with my own schooling. It takes a lot of self-discipline. So keep it up. I know it's the end of the year. Um, and we have a tendency to kind of like, oh, okay, it's the end of the year. I don't, but just a few more weeks, some self-discipline, motivate yourself. Remember what your goals were for the beginning of the year when you first came into school. Don't lose sight of those at the end, okay? So keep it up, and hopefully I will see everybody soon.